Hello everyone, welcome back. Myself Hritwik and I'm an information security analyst at ISVH Data Security Private Limited. So today's video is a problem solving video. So previous video actually I'm show what is a if else conditions in a C programming. I know that everyone's know that if these conditions is satisfied, then code is executed. Another case, if the code is not satisfied, its meaning is if it's not written a true value, then it's print else part, execute a else part, and print the statements is a else statements. If you have a multiple code, multiple conditions, then you can just use else if. It's a similars like if conditions is not satisfied, this is go to the else if, and this conditions is satisfied, then just print a code or execute. If the else if part is not satisfied, then says return another else if conditions, and verify that this conditions is true or false. If this conditions is true, then it's executed. Otherwise, it's check another else if part is there or not. If there, then it's also check these conditions. If not there, then it's run the else part and execute the else code. Okay. So here I'm just present my scheme. Okay. Now here type, I'm just type W3 resource. Actually, in a W3 resource, it's a have a multiple questions. Okay. So I'm just solving a condition statement. So I'm just click here. Okay. So those are the questions. I will solve one by one. Okay. So just open a online GDP compiler. Just type online GDP. This one. And then select a language. The language is a C. So that was type a C. Okay. So what is my first question? My first question is this one. So just I'm copy these questions, paste in here. Okay, fine. Now the question says write C programs to accept two integer and check whether they are equal or not. Is it two data 15 and 15? If it's equal, now it's a equal, so that way it's print it's both are equals, right? If it's not equals, like here the 15s and another value is like 16, then it's print not equals. Okay, so I'm just write this code. So I need two variables. Reasons is here just mentions that except two integers, right? So that wise I need a variable. So just type a number one. Number one is a variables. It's equal to, you can add like a value, or you can input the value. Okay. So right now I'm just add the value is a 15, and I need another one. I need another one. So just type another variable is another variable is a number two. It's equal to add a value. Value is a again 15. Okay, fine. Just now check the value. If both value is a true, then it's print number one and number two are equal. If both value are not equal, then just print it's a not equal. So here I'm just using a if else loop, if else conditions. If and then a type of conditions. Conditions is a very simple. Just use equal operators. So just type a number one. It's equal number two. If number 1 is equal to number 2, then just print. Here I'm using printf functions. Then just print number 1 and number 2 are equal. Okay, so if this conditions is satisfied, then print this one. If this conditions is not satisfied, then here just add else. And in a else part i'm just add printf functions again, and the message will be print number 1 and number 2 not equal. Fine, just run this code. Okay, so here I'm not mentions the data type. So the number 1 is a integer value, so that way I'm just type data type. I'm just add a data type, and data type is a int. Fine. Number 2, its data type is a also int. Reasons is a number, so that wise. So just run again. Okay, so here mentions that number 1 and number 2 are equal. Fine. So if I'm just change this number here, just I'm add 15 and 10, and then just run this, then you can see is number 1 and number 2 not equal. Fine. If here user input sections is not there, right? So if I am adding a user input sections, then my code will be changed. So I'm just remove the value. I have a two variable is a number 1 and number 2, and here I'm just input field sections I will be add. So that way just print just print it, and here just at enter number 1, and then add a scanf. And a scanf functions actually take a input data. So otherwise just type a scanf, and here this is an integer value, right? So that wise here add a %d. If it's a float number, then just add a %f. If it's a character, then %c, like this. Okay, so add a %d. Fine. And then add a variable name using and sign. Why is the and sign? It represents is a address. So just type a number 1. Fine. Now this is for a number 1 variables. Number 2 variables is almost same. Just type printf functions again. Then just type enter number 2. Then use a scanf functions. It will be take input and just is a integer number. So that was type a %d. Also add a variable name. Variable name is a number 2, and use the and sign. The main reason is it's indicate the address. So that wise I'm just use and sign. Now just run this code. Then you can see input sections is there. It's for number 1 variables. So just type a number is a 15. Then type a number 2. Number 2 is a 15. Enter. Then you can see is a equal. I'm run again. Here I'm just add a different number. So is a 16 is a 100. Enter. Then you can see number 1 and number 2 are not equal. So this is the actual solution. Okay, if you take input in single line, Then you can use these statements. Enter number one, like I'm just adding in a here. Printf. The message will be show enter number one and number two value. Fine. Then close this line and add a scanf functions. Use a scanf functions. Here the scanf is a add a here actually I'm adding a two different variables value. So that wise just type a %d space again %d. Why again %d? Reason is two different variables is there. So that wise I'm just adding two times %d. Then add a address is a number one comma and sign number two and close this line. Okay, I don't need this one, so just remove this and just run this code. Then you can see enter number one and a number two values. Here just you can add a single line, just you can add it two different value. So just type first number is a 15, it stored the number one variable space and then type another variable's value is a number 2 and here I'm just adding same numbers is a 14, hit enter, then you can see both are equal. Run again, add a different value like 18 comma 20, then you can see is a not equal. Fine, so this is a solution. Here I'm using single line input. Okay, the next question is like this. So just I'm copy this question and try to solve this. So my next question says, write a C programs to check whether a given number is a even or odd. So even number and what number? This is an example. Test data is a 15 and 15 is a odd number. Everyone's know what is a given numbers and what is a odd numbers. If the reminders is equal to 0, if you divide a 2 and its reminders is equal to 0, it means it's a equal 0, then it is a even, otherwise it's a odd number. Fine. So I need a one variable, it store data. So this is a data type is a int. The main reasons I'm just here store the integer value. So that was int and then a type of variable name is a number. That's it. You can also add a value. So I'm just to take input. So that was I'm just a type a variable name. Fine. Now just add a conditions. Sorry, just add a input field, right? So just type printf functions and here print anything. Here I'm just print enter any number. Fine. Now use a scanf. Here just type a %. Reason is simple. Here I'm stored a value is an integer, so that was %. Then just type a variable name using ampersand. So it's a number. Okay. Now just run this code one times. Here just I'm add a value like 1 to 5 and says run. Okay, fine. Now use if else conditions. If I have a value in number variables, right? So I'm just divide. I'm just find a module reminders, and say if a reminders is equal to 0, then it is a even number, otherwise is a odd number, right? So how to find reminders using a percents or modulus operator? Just type a modulus operator. This one is a modulus operators. So I'm just type a use a modulus operators. So I need a variable. So is a variables is a number. It stored a value when user input the data. Then find the modulus. So just to find a reminders actually. So use a modulus signs and add a 2. If it's equal to 0, then it's a even number. So I'm just type and print if, and then I'm just print here is a even number. Fine. Close this line. Now, just if this conditions is not satisfied, then obviously it's print, it's a odd number, right? So just I'm type else, and in a else sections, I'm just print I'm just print is an odd number, right? Just close this line and run this code. So enter any number. So I'm add 15, enter. Then you can see it's a odd number. Run again and add different numbers is a 16, enter. Then you can see is an even number. Fine. But here 15, the actual value is not printed, right? So how to print this code? Just use a %d space and add a variable name. Variable name is a number. Also, you can use these codes in here. Just use a %d. Why %d is a integer, comma, then a type of variable name is a number. Just run this code. Type a number 15, enter. So 15 is an odd number. Run again. Add a different numbers like a 20. Then you can see 20 is an even number. So this is the actual solution. So the third question says, write C programs. So I'm just first of all, I'm just copy this code and paste in here. And just I'm removing all the previous code. And my third number question says, write C programs to check whether a given number is a positive or negative. Test data is a 15 and 15 is a positive number. Yes, it's true. It's a positive numbers, right? Okay, so how to find this? How to create these programs? Everyone's know that if the value or the numbers is a greater than 0, then is a positive number. If the value or number is a less than 0, then is a negative numbers, right? So how to solve this question? Here I'm just type a number variable again, and then just type a data type, and data type is a integer, so that was type int, and here I'm just add a number directly. Okay, so is a 12, and I know and everyone's know 12, this number is a positive number, right? Okay, now use conditions. If the number is a greater than 0, is a greater than 0, then its print, then its print is a, sorry, I'm just here, just use a double quote and uh, type this code is a positive number, positive number. Fine. Close this line using a semicolon. If it's a greater than 0, then, so here I'm just use a else if, and here add another conditions. If number is less than 0, then it's printf. It is a negative numbers, right? Is a negative, sorry, number. Fine. So I'm just run this code. Okay, so 12 is a positive number, so its show is a positive number. Here I'm using a minus sign, then run this code. Then you can see is a negative number. Fine. Okay, so I'm just change this code, and I'm just adding an input section. So that wise, I'm just using a printf to print the message. Here the message is a enter any number. Fine. Now use a scanf, and then is a %d. Reason is it's a string. Then type a address. So that was use the & sign, and then type a variable name is a number. Fine. Now just run again. Enter any number. So here I'm just add a number is a 14 and is a positive number. Here not show the number. So that was just type a %d, and here also use a variable name is a number. It's almost same. Just use a %d, and here use a variable name is a number. Fine. So run again. Here add the number. I'm just type a number is a 25. Enter is a positive number. Run again and say I'm add a different number like minus 36. Enter, and this is a negative number. I'm just run it again. Here I'm just use a 0. Enter, then nothing is printed. So if it's a 0, then it's type a it's a 0. So that way I'm just use a else, and here I'm just print this message. So that way I'm just use a printf, and the message is a value is a 0. Close this line, run this code again. Just type a 0, enter, then you can see that the value is a 0. Okay, so this is a actual solutions of this question. Next question is write a C program. Okay, just I'm copy this code. It's a 4th number question. Paste in here and remove the previous code. Okay, so my 4th question is write a C program to find whether a given number, a given year, sorry, is a year, right? Okay, fine. Year is a leap year or not. It's a leap year or not. Okay, so I need a one input field. and the TS data is a 2016 and 16 is a leap year. Fine. How to solve this question? I need a one variable, so just type in, and the variable name is like year. Fine. Y int reasons is a number. Okay. And take the input. So I'm just using a printf to print the message. Okay. Enter or input a year. Okay. Year. Fine. Now use a scanf and then use a %d string that wise. Then type a address, use the ampersand sign, and then address is a year, right? Is a ampersand year. Fine. Okay, now use the conditions. So conditions is a if the number is a sorry, if a year it's equal modulus of 400, it's equal to 0, like this one. It's equal to 0 if you divide it in 400, and if reminders is a 0, then it's a leap year. Then type print f, and the message will be show it's a leap year, is a leap year. Leap year. Fine. Another conditions is there. Multiple conditions is actually there. So another conditions is if you divide in 100 and its modulus is also 0, then it's a not a leap year. If you divide in a 4 and if this reminders is a 0, then it's a leap year. Okay, so I'm just complete leap year. So here another conditions is there. So that way I'm use else if conditions. So just type else if, else space if, and then type another condition. The conditions is here modulus 4. If its reminders is equal to 0, then it's also a leap year. So just printf, and add this message is a leap year. Fine. Close this line. Okay, so another conditions is there's if the a percent of 100 or modulus of hundreds, and so it's actually it's find the reminders. If it's a 0, then it's a not a leap year. So just use a else if again, and here just type the another conditions. Conditions is the conditions is here percent of 100 it's equal to 0, then it's not a leap year. Then it's not a leap year, not a leap years. Okay, so I'm just print the message using a printf functions, and the message is not a leap year. Fine. The last one is the else part, and here I'm also mentions that it's also not some leap years. So just type a printf and print this message is not a leap year. Year. Fine. Just save it and run this code. Okay. Printf here. I'm just not close printf, so I'm just close this using semi comma, and so just run again. So input a year. So here is a test data is a 2016. So just type 2016, enter. So it's a leap year. Again run this code. I'm just add a different year. So it's a 2000 17, enter. It's a Norton leap year. Again run this. 2020, it's a leap year. So this is actual solutions of this code. Okay, so I have another questions, and question is write a C program to read the age of the candidate and determines whether he is eligible to cast his or her own vote or not. So this is a test data. If it's a 21, if the actually candidate is a greater than 2/18 or equal 18, then it's eligible to cast your own vote. Otherwise, it's not possible, right? Okay, so I'm just copy this code. Okay, so here another questions is there. I'm just solve these questions, and multiple questions is there. So you can use this resource. Okay, fine. So just uh, remove this question, add this one, and remove the previous code. Okay, and okay, so I need a one input field is a age sections, right? So age is a number, so that wise the data type is a int, and here I'm just create a variable. A variable name is a age. Okay, now just add a conditions. Everyone's know that if the candidates its age is a greater than to 18 or equal to 18, then he or her can cast your own vote. Otherwise, it's not possible. Fine. So I'm just use a if statement or if condition. Here I'm just add a conditions. If age is a equal greater than equal to 18, then the candidate the candidate to cast the candidate is eligible, or otherwise it not possible. So, okay, so I'm just use a age, just type a condition. The age is greater than equal to, why here I'm just using a equal to sign. The reasons is if the user's age is a 18, so that wise. So if the age is a 18 or it's greater than, then 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 just print, this message, congratulations. So I'm just type this, congratulations, you are eligible for casting your vote. Fine. If it's not satisfied, then is execute the else part, and in a else sections here mentions that the message will be show sorry, just I'm typing here, sorry, you are not eligible to cast your vote. To cast your vote. Fine. So I'm just run this code. Okay. So I'm close this line. Run this code. Okay. So here I'm just not mentions the actual data, actual input. You can add in here like 25. Enter. Then you can say congratulations. You are eligible for casting your vote. I'm just remove this. Change the age is a 10. So it will be print, sorry, you are not eligible to cast your vote. Yes, sorry, it's not, you are not eligible to cast your vote. Fine. So I'm take input. So that wise, I'm remove the value and here the just print one message. Here I mentions enter your age. Okay. Now just store this data. So that wise use a scan if and here add a percent d by percent d is a integer data. Now comma, now just use and percent and then type a variable name is a age. Fine. Now run again. Okay, so it's a print this message and in a 16 number lines is store the data. In a 18 number lines it's just check is a numbers or age is a greater than equal to 18 or not. If greater than 18 or equal to 18, then it's show this message. If the age is less than 18, then it's show this message. So I'm just run this code and here I'm just add like 50, enter. Then you can see this print. Congratulations, you are eligible to for casting your own vote. Run again. Here just I'm add 5 and here's also show is a sorry, you are not eligible to customs your vote. Okay, so one things I'm just run again and here I'm just add 120, enter. Then it's also show congratulations, you are not you are eligible for casting your own vote, but this age is not possible, right? So that otherwise here I'm just use another thing. If sorry, I'm already use a if, so that was type else if age is less than or equal to 100, then it's show enter valid data. Fine. So just run it again. Enter your age is a 60. Yes, congratulations. Okay. Then like 14. Okay. Enter valid data. No, here I'm just type a range and the range I can use like this. So just I'm cut this and this one and just use the and sign and this I'm just remove this part. I'm just run again. Here I'm just add a 14. Sorry, you are not eligibles. I'm just run again. Is a 100. Okay, it's equal to, okay. Run again. There's a, sorry, you are not eligible for or not eligible to cast your vote. The main reasons is here I'm just using this AND operators, and basically it's two things is there. If both conditions is satisfied, then is print. Otherwise, it's in a else parts, just print this line. So that wise here I'm just add a two different conditions. You can say I'm just add a range. The range is a greater than equal to 18s or the less than equal to hundreds. If here users add 101, then it's show, then it's check actually is a range is there or not. Everyone's know this is not there, the 101. So that wise it's print this line. Sorry, not eligibles, right? Here if I'm just user just add 100, then this condition is satisfied. Reasons is here, equal signs is there, so that wise is a satisfied, so its results is a 2, so that wise is print congratulations, you are eligible for casting your own vote. Okay, so this is the actual solutions of this question. Okay, so here multiple questions is there. Okay, I'm just trying to solve this question. So this is a number 5 questions. I'm just solve this question. So just copy this. And the question numbers is a 6. Okay, is a 5. So remove this. The question's number is 6. Fine. So in these questions, actually, write a C programs to read the temperatures. Okay, in a centigrades and display is a suitable message according to the temperatures state below. Okay, so if the temperatures is a less than 0, then is a fizzing. Fine. If the range is a 0 to 10, it's mean is a greater than 0 or a less than 10, then is a very cold weather. If the temperature is 10 or 20, this is a range, then is a cold. If the temperature is a 20 or 30, it means is a greater than 20 and less than 30, then the temperatures is a normal. If the temperature is a greater than 30 and a less than 40, then it's hot. And if the temperatures is greater than or equal to 40, then is a very hot. This is a taste data. The data is a 42. So this temperatures, these conditions actually executed. So that wise, it's print, it's very hot. Okay. So I'm just remove previous data. This is a interesting questions. Reasons is here I'm using a different operators or operators and operators. And here I will also use if conditions, else if conditions, and else condition. Fine. So just I need the temperatures, right? So just type a data type here. I'm just mention a data type. The data type is a I need a temperatures, and temperatures is a number. So that wise I need a integer data type. So just I'm type a int, then type a variable name. Variable name is a temperature. I'm add temperatures. Okay. So I'm just using one message. Just show the one message is a, so that wise I'm using a printf. In a printf, I'm just print enter the temperature. Fine. I'm just use a scanf, and this is a integer, so that was type a %d, comma, and here type a variable name using ampersand. Variable name is a temperature. Fine. Then add a conditions, and condition is like a similar. So my first condition says if the temperatures is less than 0. So just I'm using if conditions. If temperature is less than 0, then it will be show the message is a freezing weather. So just type this freezing weather. Fine. Okay. Next conditions is a if the temperatures is a greater than 0 or less than 10. So here just I'm using a else if, and then here I'm just type if the temperature is a greater than or equal to 0 and temperature less than 10, then it will be show the different masses. The masses is very cold weather. Fine. The next condition is if the range is a this equal to 10 and is a less than 20. Okay, fine. So that was I'm just to type another else if, and then add a condition. Conditions is else if, and then add a condition. A condition is the temperatures is a less than equal to 10 and temperature greater than 20, then print a different message. The message is like this, cold weather. So just use a printf function and add this message. The message is a cold weather. Close this line. Fine. Okay, so I have another conditions. If the temperatures is a greater than equal to 20 and less than 30, then normal temperatures, okay, is a greater than equal to 20 and less than 30. So here I'm just also use else if, again use else if, and then add a condition. Conditions is a temperatures is a less than equal to, sorry, is a greater than equal to 20 and temperature is a less than 30, then it will be show normal temperatures. Okay, so just print it. Just use a double quote. It's a normal temperature. Then this is another conditions. The conditions is it's the temperatures is a equal to 30 and less than 40, then it's a hot, right? So just add these conditions. using a else if. Okay, and the conditions is a temperature is greater than equal to 30 and temperature is a less than 40, then the message will be printed like this. Is a very hot. Okay, just close this line. And the last one is a less than 40, then says a very hot. So just I don't need to add a conditions. I'm just using here else. That's it. And just I'm print. It's very hot. Okay. So this is a line number 20 is a variable. Variable name is the temperatures. Printf, enter the temperatures, and it's store the temperatures value. If is a less than 0, then is a freezing. If there is a greater than 0 or less than 10, greater than 0 and less than 10 is a very hot, is a greater than equal to 10 or less than 20 is a cold, and is like these conditions. Okay, so I'm just run this code. Okay, enter the temperatures. Here temperatures is a 42, so I'm just type of 42. It's show it's a hot. Okay, run again. If here I'm just type a different temperatures, I'm just add the temperatures is a 22, so it will be print normal in temp. So just type a 22, then you can see is a normal temperatures. Again this code, I'm just add the temperatures like this range is a 15, like a 15. Then you can see is a cold weather. Again run this. Just I'm type 8. So this message will be print is a very cold. Very cold. I'm just run again. And again, I'm just at a minus 10. Then is a less than 0. So that wise, I'm just run this code. Then you can see is a freezing weather. So this is the actual solutions of this question. So thanks for today, guys. And next webinars, I will show what is a loop in a C programming language.